In a small village nestled between the rolling hills of an African savanna, lived a boy named Kofi. At 14, Kofi carried burdens heavier than the baskets of yams his mother hauled to the market. His father had passed when Kofi was young, leaving his mother, Amma, to raise him and his 3 younger siblings alone. Their mud brick home sagged under the weight of time, its roof leaking when the rains came. Food was scarce, and Kofi's school fees were a constant worry, often paid late or not at all. Kofi woke before dawn each day, fetching water from the distant stream and helping his mother prepare porridge for his siblings. School was a 2-hour walk away, and his worn-out sandals barely held together. Yet, Kofi loved learning. In the dim light of a kerosene lamp, he studied under a mango tree, dreaming of becoming a teacher to lift his family out of poverty. But life seemed determined to crush his dreams. His classmates mocked his tattered uniform, and his teachers, though kind, often reminded him of unpaid fees. One evening, Amma sat Kofi down. "My son," she said, her voice heavy, "we may not afford school next term. I need you to work at the market." Kofi's heart sank. He nodded, hiding his tears, but inside, he vowed to find a way. The next day, as Kofi walked to school, he passed the sacred baobab tree where the village elders said the ancestors spoke. Feeling desperate, he knelt beneath its gnarled branches and whispered a prayer. "Please, guide me. Show me how to keep learning and help my family." That night, Kofi dreamed of a glowing figure, an ancestor clad in shimmering Kent cloth. "Kofi," the figure said, "your heart is strong, but you must seek the light within you. Find the path of courage, and the sun will shine on your journey." Kofi woke, puzzled but hopeful. The dream felt like a promise. At school, Kofi's teacher, Mr. Mensah, announced a regional essay competition with a grand prize, a full scholarship to secondary school and a cash award for the winner's family. Kofi's heart raced. This could be his chance. But doubt crept in. His classmates were from wealthier families, with access to books and tutors. Still, he remembered the ancestors' words and resolved to try. Kofi threw himself into the competition. After chores, he borrowed books from Mr. Mensah and studied late into the night. He wrote his essay about his village's history, weaving in stories his grandmother once told him about their people's resilience. But life grew harder. His mother fell ill, and Kofi took on more work, selling firewood to neighbors. Exhaustion threatened to break him, and he often fell asleep over his notes. One day, a classmate, Kwame, sneered at Kofi's rough draft. "You think you can win with that? You're just a poor boy." The word stung, but Kofi recalled the ancestor's voice, "Find the light within you." He revised his essay, pouring his heart into every word, determined to prove Kwame wrong. Weeks later, Kofi submitted his essay. Waiting for the results felt endless. He prayed at the baobab tree, hoping the ancestors heard him. The day of the announcement arrived. The entire school gathered in the courtyard as Mr. Mensah read the results. First place, Kofi Amowako. The crowd gasped, then cheered. Kofi stood frozen, tears welling as his teacher handed him the certificate. The scholarship was his, and the cash prize would help his mother buy medicine and repair their home. Kofi's victory changed everything. The village celebrated him, and even Kwame offered a grudging apology. Oma, now recovering, hugged Kofi tightly. "You are our son," she whispered. With the scholarship, Kofi continued his education, excelling in his studies. He became the first in his family to attend university, where he trained to be a teacher. Years later, Kofi returned to his village, not just as a teacher but as a beacon of hope. He built a small library with his savings, ensuring other children could chase their dreams. At night, he told stories under the baobab tree, teaching his students about the ancestors and the light within them all. And so, Kofi, the boy who once struggled under life's weight, shone like the sun, lighting the way for others.